Hi, Jez here from Nigezza.co.uk. Thank you for joining me today. This is the replay of the Facebook Live that I did last Wednesday. So I've been doing lives on my Facebook page every Wednesday, usually about dinner time. I was a little bit later this week because I had to go to my son's house and wait for a plumber. I've become that sort of mum. So I was a little bit late this week. So usually in those lives I give you some Stampin' Up news, and also I do a little bit of live crafting, usually unplanned, and it's just me doing it. They have been quite short. They've usually been about 15-20 minutes, but this one was longer because I kind of ended up doing a one-sheet wonder. But didn't get them finished because, well, it was 45 minutes. I thought that was long enough. So I did create, I've got them here. So you will see me creating, I used this needle point Nook DSP because it was on clearance. And it was on clearance when I started my live. And then later on I noticed that it was no longer on clearance, it clearly sold out. So whether or no, that was people watching me going, oh, I like that, I'll go and buy it or not. So unfortunately, you can't buy this DSP anymore, but you can follow it with any paper really. So I made that one. So I had a 12 by 6 sheet, and so I made that one. So I was making thank you cards because I'd run out. I'd sent so many last week, I'm trying not to cover the sentiment, that I needed some more. So that was the floral side of that piece of paper, and then I made a more masculine one by turning it over. Now, when I'd done this, I didn't have that knot, but when I showed these afterwards to my other half, he went, "Oh, I think it's lacking something." Now, my other half isn't renowned for his card making skills or his necessarily stylish looks. He used to wear, when I first met him, orange jeans and bright orange, Jaffa orange, and baby pink waffle knit jumper. When we moved in together, there was a box of his clothes that went missing. So yes, but I figured he was actually right. So I added this knot, and actually, yeah, maybe the years of watching me make cards has made him appreciate actually when a card looks good or not. So then I had 3 more to make, so I finished them off. So I made them slightly different. So as you can see, these ones aren't made on camera. So I just split the, which finger is moving there? Because I'm the other way around. So I split the DSP up, and so I had a little strip which I put on the inside, which I think is quite cool. And then because I did them in pairs, and then for this blue one, I turned it on its side and added using some dies there for that, and that was celebration ribbon. And one of these has got a bit of DSP in the middle. It's that one. So when I cut it out, I was left with little strips. So put them in the middle, quite like that little touch. And then the final one is that one, which is the other half of that one. So I just, for quickness, just did straight strips on this one instead of using the punch there, and put a little bow. Not happy with my bow, might change that. Okay, so that is what I'm going to be making, and can't remember. Oh, I showed a few other things that I've been working on, and so if you want to join me live, so you can chat to me, then look out. I usually put notifications on my Facebook page. That's Nigezza Creates on Facebook. It's not called Nigezza Creates on Facebook. It's on Facebook and it's called Nigezza Creates. So I should be there on Wednesday, and I am excited because I've had notification that my new trimmer has been shipped. So I shall be doing a review on the trimmer. I know loads of people have done reviews, but you might want to hear my opinion. Okay, so here's the live replay. Thanks for joining me. Hello. Welcome to Nigezza Creates Live on YouTube. No, I'm not on YouTube, I'm on Facebook. Oh dear. My brain's aggled. Been sat in waiting for a plumber. Not even my plumber, not even my house. So, a bit later, but we are at least on the right day. So there we go. I did contemplate about going live at my son's, but then I thought, no, if I do that, the plumber will come, won't he? So so there we go. So here I am, and here we are with a mass of paper. So this is needlepoint Nook, which is on clearance, and I haven't used it very much. So this was in the spring summer catalogue this year, and I got a quarter pack of it. What us demos often do is we do paper shares between each other, so I got a quarter pack of it, which meant I got 6 sheets of 6x12. So as you can see, I ain't used much. I've got 4 that are still intact. That one I've only just used, so I used that one, and I actually used that side of it. Didn't even use that side because I loved that piece and I quite like the other side, but that was about it. So I thought, well, let's get making with it, because it's a bargain on the clearance rack. I think it's £4 something, 10, 20p, can't quite remember. So I thought, let's get making with it. So I've used that bit, which was 6x3, and I made 4 cards. So you might remember a couple of weeks ago I did a crazy cat lady card. So I did a couple of cards with cats. Well, I did a couple more, and then I did them again, but with the dog. So I thought they were quite cute. So I'm not going to do those today. I might do a video on that another time. What I'm going to do today is just create off on the fly, really. Recently on clearance, you could get the papers to go with it, which I did manage to get. So I've got Balmy Blue, Old Olive and Blushing Bride there. So let's get this open, and let's just start creating and see where it takes us. I want to kind of see how many cards I can get in, I don't know, 20 minutes, half an hour. I've recently sent out loads of thank you cards to customers, and so I do want to do some thank you cards. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a piece of each of these and cut them into card bases, and then I'm going to cut some Wisp White mats. Pull them out, and I'm going to show you what I do if I'm making lots of cards. So sometimes if I'm making lots of customer thank yous, this is what I do. So I score it first. So I'm scoring it there down for 4 1/8, because this is UK, and that's the midpoint of our cards. So if you have different sizes, your midpoint will be a different line. So this is going to be 6 cards. So let's see, let's set ourselves a goal of 6 cards. So let's get them cut in half. I'm still on the old trimmer. I've ordered the new trimmer because I'm down to just my last couple of packs of blades. So I thought I'll get it ordered whilst we can order it, because we can order it this month, and then they're going to look at where the stocks are to where it can be all available more widely. So I have my trimmer marked up, and I will be doing that on my new one, so I know that that is, ooh, better, the middle point. So that just makes it much quicker. And then what I like to do, it's a bit faffy back and forwards, is when I fold it in half is it's just to make sure it is down the middle. I butt it up against that, and then I know that I'm getting it right, because it is a fraction out. Yeah. So, how's everybody doing? I had a wonderful day yesterday making a prototype for a tutorial coming up, which is probably likely to be in different parts, because it did take me a few hours to do, but enjoyed every minute of it. So that's my card bases. I will burnish them better. So what was I making yesterday? So let me just show you before we go any further what I was making yesterday. So I want to do something with Memories and More cards. I'm going to do something with the Night Before Christmas Merry and More. So I'm going to make a Christmas, so I've made a mini album. It's an envelope mini album. Let's move that because you can't see. And so these are Memories and More cards that were in Celebration. Can't even remember. Yeah, I think it was this year. I'd use them on some cards, but not on anything else. So this is envelopes, bit of cardstock, and Memories and More cards. That's all this is. So so we've got a little mini album. Now I've left that blank for photos. Don't know what I'm going to do on it yet, so I've left it that way, and put little pockets in there for the cards, the smaller ones. Oh, do you know, just because I've gone live, you're not going in, don't bother. And then you've got pockets here to slot in some more Memory More cards, and they're quite big. There's quite a lot of room in there, so you could put all sorts of memorabilia in there. I say all these pages are just made with envelopes, and then we've just used the Memories and More cards, create a pocket there with a Memory and More card. There's another pocket there. Some nice big photo mats there, and then we've got a double page pull out there, and another tag we've got there. Oh, a double page pull out there. I pressed something on my iPad and suddenly I started talking to myself. So there's another little one there, and a nice little page there. I like this page. Oh, ready there. One happy day to have a photo, and so you can cover this in photos as well. I just think it's nice. You make your pages look pretty before you have photos, but you can cover any one of these pages if you want. I was going to put tabs on these, pull tabs on these, which I might do, or cut that to make it easier. And then this is the back page with another little tag there that pulls out. So there we go. This one gets caught. When I do it again, I'll make sure that the envelope is stuck down properly. So that's that. That's what I was doing yesterday. Thoroughly enjoyed making that. We'll bring you a tutorial on that later. Anyway, back to our cards. So we need to get them all scored. So I've been going 9 minutes now. I haven't been making the cards for 9 minutes though, have I? Just been waffling and showing you, getting sidetracked. Used to do all the time in the classroom. Get sidetracked. Right, so now we need some Whisper White mats. So I've got some Whisper White cardstock. I need to cut them up as well. And so I've got these marked, sizes for these marked out on my trimmer as well. So I've got size of 1 mat and size for 2 mats. So we'll go to mat 1. Slice that down. So we want 2 per card. We want 1 on the outside and 1 on the inside, and then you get a nice little sliver, handy for little sentiments they are. So always keep those. And then we'll get another long sliver here, again good for sentiments. So we've got 2. I might not do the centre one, I might just cut this, do the 6 tops rather than cut the ones for the centre. Oh, that was a score. Turn that round, because if it's scored first it does tend to get a bit fluffy. There we go. So that is my card bases done. So they're going to go on each one of these, matted nicely on the top. 2 pink, 2 balmy blue, 2 old olive. So now I'm going to look at the paper and decide which ones I'm going to use where. So that would be nice on the balmy blue. Might be nice for night navy, that actually. A bit of night navy on the top. Might save that. Yeah, might do that one over there. Might do that one on there. And that one on there. Or I might do that one on both and save that for another project. But I think I'm going to do some green on that one. I could put pink on that. Could in fact try and get all 6 out of that one sheet. That would be a challenge, wouldn't it? So I'm going to cut this in 2-inch strips, I think, for that one. Cut to 4. Cut to 6. Actually, we'll cut to card width, mat width, yeah, cut to 2, have that like that there, cut the other one to 2, and then we've got a 2 to go on one of the others. And then we'll cut again. I'm going to have some little bits left over which I might use for something else. That might be used for someone else. We're going to go 2 again, I think.
and then that's quite simple, isn't it? Simple little half sheet wonder. There we go. So these could be a bit masculine, and then that one very definitely a bit more feminine. Yep. Okay, so the thank yous that I was thinking of, I've got my dies, and then what I did was I kind of pulled out all the stamp sets that I have that I've got thanks or thank you on. So I've got a wee thanks there. I probably won't use that one. That one's got a nice big thank you. I think I might use that one. That says thanks a bunch. That kind of goes nicely with flowers. This one, you've got a little thanks there. That one's got a nice thank you. I like that one. That one's only tiny. Don't want that. I quite like that with much love and thanks. Thank you big time. Like that, and I love that. So those are ones I'm thinking of. I'm kind of rejecting the others. I don't want to mess about with die cutting, so I think I might move that one out of the way. So I think I might do a thank you so very much there, and with much love and thanks on the old olive one. So let's get them inked up. I will need the same one for each of those. I might be able to get that on a square one. There we go. So I'm going to use old olive. So that would be along there, using my grid mat. Bit of old olive, and get that inked up, and then hope I get straight. Could use my Stamperators, but I'm not gonna. So let's put that over there and hope it's straight. Not bad at all. Not bad at all. Oh! Avalanche. Oops, that's because my big shot is just balanced, and I put like a seesaw, and I put all these stamp sets on top of the seesaw. It didn't like it. It was saying no. No. I'm gonna have to pick up. I've lost dies. Oh dear me. Sorry about that. There we go. See, so excited that this went to plan, and then I mess it up by doing that. There we go. And I've been a little bit tidier than normal of recent times as well. So I even posted a picture of it on Pinterest of how shocked I was to have a look at my craft room, and my desk was actually quite tidy, ruining my reputation. There we go. So that's that. I think that works quite nicely. There's a bit of me that thinks it needs a little something along there. It does need a little something, I think. Not quite sure what. Bit of ribbon. Might be quite nice. What have I got? Do that, and I could put some gems, couldn't I? And it gives it a little bit of bling. Yep. So, gonna decide if I want that cut a bit smaller so you can see the white around it. No, I'm going to keep it that way. So let's just stick that down. Down there. And then give it a wiggle on the back. Yep. And then we'll just put a bit of fast fuse for quickness there and there. Catch the ribbon. Oh. Wasn't very generous with how big I cut my ribbon there. Bit of a frugal crafter, aren't we all? There we go. I'm gonna put a bit of tape on the back there to make sure it stays in place, because I have been really tight with that bit of ribbon there. So then we're gonna should I do a bit of inking? Might do a bit of inking. Where's my old olive bit of sponge? Bear with. None of them are old olive. To be fair, I don't think any of them are old olive, so old olive didn't get put back. Well, there's a surprise. There's a surprise that I didn't put my old olive back. Right. Right, rather than keep you hanging on, I'm going to do a fake bit of matting. I'm just going to draw on the edge. I'll say I'm getting 6 cards out of a 6x12, so that would be 12 cards out of a sheet. There's 12 sheets in the pack. 12 12s are a lot. What's 12 12s? Oh, my battery's going. Might not get all these finished. Is 144, isn't it? And that's how many cards you could get by buying that paper pack off clearance. Obviously, you need cardstock and that to go with it, but there we go. And then get a bit of rhinestones. Where is my rhinestones? There they are. So I might put a few of those dotted around, because I've put a blingy ribbon. I think it needs a bit of bling to bring it around. So that also needs sticking down a bit as well. Should have done that with double-sided tape. So I might do the next one with double-sided tape. So that's that one. That one will go the same way. I'm just thinking, because I'm running out of battery, that I won't finish that one off. I'll leave that one to be finished off after, but you can see it will be much the same. So let's do one of these. So we don't have to do it that orientation, we can do it this orientation. And we can stamp on a scrap of Whisper White, and we can stamp maybe Thank You Big Time, because that will go on a nice little circle. I think I'm thinking of layering it up. With some circles. There we go, stick that back. I've got my chamois over there, and so let's get some circle punches. One and 3/8 and 1 1/2. Let's see what that looks like. Oh, needs some blushing bride. And those two can go together. And because that's a little bit more girly, I might put some bit of a paper ribbon around that. So we need to cut this down. Cut myself a strip. Cut down 2-inch strip. I'll cut down. Where that circle is. And that's the width of the card mat. And then we'll just punch this nice ribbon, and it'll give it a nice edge, which would have done on that as well, except I didn't want to put this ribbon edge on a card that was a bit more masculine. Bit more. So I'll do another one to go down each side. I might pull that in a bit like so. One, two, three, got to line the third one up. not necessarily done that the best, but it does just snip off. So I snip those extra bits off. Now if I suddenly go dead, it's because my battery's run out, and so I will say thank you for joining me, whether you're joining me live, whether you're joining me on playback, whether you're joining me on Facebook. I am still quite new to doing these lives, and yeah. So yeah, that's my excuse. I'm going to stick to it. That end's a bit fluffy. Swap that piece and redo that. So I'm going to stick these to the edges. I'm running a really small bead along here. Love this punch, so versatile, can be used for edging so many things, and it's really, really useful. Used it on the cover of that album I was showing you. Really finished it off nice. Back to that. So I might not have time to do the balmy blue. Do the balmy blue. Oh, not very big that. I'm thinking it needs a bigger sentiment really for that strip. Don't like that. I'll stick this on, might do something different. Yeah, not happy with that circle. It needs a bigger circle, I think, to balance it out. Unless I put it down there. No, don't like that. I'm gonna might get thank you from here. I'll just put that down there. That's what I think I'm gonna do. So yeah, stick that down there. Lovely. That works better, I think, than that. I think that needs to have a smaller strip. Right, let's see if I can do the balmy blue one before I run out. Oh, Chill's there. You're very late, Chill. Don't worry about it. I'm very late. I was planning on it being across lunchtime, but I'm running out of battery, so I may not be on for long. So I've done these, Jill, using needle nook whatever that's on clearance, because I need to replenish my thank you cards because I've used loads in this last week. So yeah, so let's see what we're going to do with this one. I might do a thanks a bunch. Let's have a little look at me thanks a bunch. Is that a bit bigger? No, that's really little. What I want is a nice big thank you. That'll do nicely. Do that one. Oh, I could put a flower. Would a flower work with these? Not sure. So let's get these ones off that I'm not even sure if I cleaned that one. So let's do this quick balmy blue, and then I've completed 3 as opposed to 6, and hopefully we'll get this done in 40 minutes. Right, so I'm going to put this up there. What I might do, I'm going to do this on a scrap, I think. I want a scrap that's card width. That's a scrap that's card width. Right, there's my balmy blue. And I think I might put some balmy blue behind it. Get it straight. Oh, that wasn't great, was it? That's better. Right, so I'm going to trim that, and then we've kind of done something different with each one. So it's going to 1.25 inches. Yeah. That's really not straight, Jess. Oh, what a back. Right, let's get that straight there. Hold that in place. I think that's straightened it up a bit better. Need to take a bit more off that side though. Yep. Then I gotta do it to the second. Not quite sure what I'm going to do with this yet. Kind of thinking as I'm going. Want a bit of that. So what's this measuring? 7/8 of an inch. So go 1 1/8 inches. Yep. That will do it. So my thoughts were I've got there like that, up there like that, and that across there like that. And I think I need to do a bit of more. Then that needs to be longer. That might have worked nicely. I cut that off. Cut that down. Yeah, this is what happens when I go off piste and just, well, let's just try something. Sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't. Maybe doing those as well. Maybe I'll try that. And then we'll be done. And I am down to low battery, but I think I've got enough to finish this one off. Need to put my glasses on when I'm doing this, and then it will line up properly. There we go. It's more than enough. Always get such a mess using this. But I do like it. But it does hurt my hands. There we go. So and then we'll stick that up on each end. Might be a bit fussy that, mightn't it? Might just do the one and stamp the thank you on there. Maybe I'll do that. And then I might pursue off camera the alternative that I was kind of going with that, whilst I'm not in such a pickle. Oh, that's the front door. Gosh, is it that time already? And my other half's now back from work. So then we'll just stick that at the top and stamp it, and we'll call that a day. So I'll just snip them off. And we'll get our ink again, and I'll just ink up a thank you on there. There we are. There we go. So, 3 finished cards. To help replenish. 1 almost finished, and a few more to go. And I've got a nice little bank of thank you cards again. So yeah, hope you like that. Hope you'll have a little look at the clearance rack and see what bargains there are. And hope I've maybe entertained you, killed some time, given you some thoughts. Okay, thank you for joining me. See you again soon. Bye. I always say bye and then I press the wrong button. There we go.